Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Shit's about to hit the fan. Welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays on Wrestling with Freddie.
What's up, everybody? It's Unsanctioned Thursday, and here's a little Robin Hood music for you since you loved it last week. Fiddle-dee, fiddle-deedle-deedle-doo. And then a little flute.
I love it. I love it. I'm wearing tights for Thursday.
Yeah, I got my tights on too. I ordered a bow and arrow off Amazon. It should be here in about 6 minutes. It's Unsanctioned Thursday. How are you today, sir?
I'm feeling good. I was anxious, or not anxious. I was excited to talk about last week on Unsanctioned. We mentioned our horror films, because Halloween, and then I put it out there. I said, hey, someone tweet us, post us, send us, message us your Halloween costumes. And a guy named Chuckamus Prime, that's his his Twitter handle, his X handle, but he sent these images.
Yeah, we got some
pretty
KO.
rad. Yeah, you got KO.
Some LA Knight. I see some LA Knight there, looking good. Good.
Enzo Amore.
That's random.
Which is great. I love it.
Super random.
And I don't know this one. I feel embarrassed that I don't know it. I'm guessing it's the Brooklyn Brawler, maybe.
Oh, did he Brooklyn Brawl it up?
Is
nice.
That
yeah, that looks like. Oh no, that looks more like Vince Russo or Brooklyn Brawler. Yeah.
Yeah, who would be Vince Russo? I can't imagine anyone
in WCW when he walked out
still.
and he had like the Yankees jersey on. But I think that's Brooklyn Brawler. But yeah,
I think it's Brooklyn Brawler also.
It was nice. He worked there when I worked there. He was always a really sweet guy, man.
But I love this. So thank you, Chuckamus Prime.
Thanks,
we
Big
love
Chuck.
a wrestling
we love
costume.
You, bro.
I once was the Miz for Halloween, which is, that goes against everything you think I would do, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why'd you pick a costume of someone you don't like?
I don't know what made me choose it. I think I was going through a big glasses phase, and I was like, this will be good. I can kind of wear my big glasses, and then I'll like wear this kind of thing. I don't know why I did it. And I showed it to the Miz when I met him.
Bod?
Yeah. And I showed it to the Miz. He didn't care at all.
They called him Dad Bod.
It was pretty perfect, though.
All right, dude. Let's get into some picks. What do you say? You ready? You ready to go all the way to the Middle East, to the deserts of the Middle East, to the oasis of Saudi Arabia? You know who's not ready to go is CM Punk. He's been written off TV. We'll start with the triple threat match for the United States Championship. I don't know if this will be the first match. I doubt it because no one will be able to follow it. It's LA Knight, the champ, versus Carmelo Hayes versus El Idolo Andrade. For sure, match of the night. The triple threat protects LA Knight if he were to lose so that it doesn't make him look weak, because if Andrade or Carmelo pin each other, it takes LA Knight out of the equation. So you could visualize a scenario where LA Knight loses without looking bad, and they strap the rocket ship to either Carmelo, who just came up from NXT, or they feel that Andrade has earned some respect, and with his work, they're going to put the title on Andrade and let him be a workhorse championship where he's defending it every single week and giving us great matches. Or what our producer thinks is going to happen, the LA Knight retention, where he retains the title, he's able to pin one of them, and he wins. So those are the three scenarios. All three have possibilities and potential. Jeff, I already told you, Alex is predicting LA Knight. We know Alex is pretty smart.
Okay.
How smart are you?
Well, here's one thing I like about this match. Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, and LA Knight. You can't go wrong, right? All three of these guys. If any one of them win, I'm like, this is awesome. That's how you know it's a good match, because I'm going to be happy with any one of them. What I'd like to see is LA Knight retain. What I think is going to happen is Carmelo Hayes wins.
Okay, so you and I are actually going to be the same on this. I think they're going to give Carmelo Hayes a big-time swing. I think this is going to be the moment. I think he'll win at Crown Jewel, and he'll get the win over Andrade, which puts him technically the best of 7, even though they didn't get to finish the 7th. And then he gets to wear the title, and then they can move on with LA Knight, and he can have whatever major storyline he wants. I don't think LA Knight needs a title now that he's won one to still be a star. I'm not saying he's bigger than the world title, but he's bigger than the title he's carrying right now. Whereas Carmelo's not. So I agree with you. We're both going against Alex, the producer. So A lot of people are going to go against us and do the safe bet with Alex. But if you want to take a risk, you ride with Jeff Dye, you ride with Freddie P, and you go with Carmelo Hayes.
And what's more fun than risk? Nothing more fun than a little risk.
It's a great board game, too. It is. All you got to do is get Australasia down there and then just build it up, and give everyone the middle finger. They can never beat you, man. That is the easiest way to win that game. The Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Tag Team Championship. The hardest match to call of the entire night because there's not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 teams and 8 total competitors in this match. Who knows what the hell could happen, Jeff? The competitors are the champs, Bianca Belair, and the most shredded, perfect sculpture ever known to man, Jade Cargill, versus Io Sky, who can do some of the dopest flips and has attitude when she does it, and her partner, Kairi Sane, who's crazy and dresses like a pirate, versus Chelsea Green, who we love, former guest of the show. Chelsea's not afraid to jump off 10-story buildings and land on her face. It's pretty sick. Her tag team partner, Piper Niven, who's awesome. She's big, she's strong, she squashes people, versus the NXT upstarts, Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, who already have a win. I think it's Lash Legend is the taller one that has a win over Piper Niven, which is that's a big win, dude. That's a big win. Who's going to win, Jeff? The upstarts? Are we going to do 2 upstarts in a row? Is it going to be Chelsea Green, friend of the show, and Piper? Is it going to be Damage Control, or is it going to be the champs?
Well, here's who I want to win. Io Sky and Kairi Sane. That's who I want to win.
Yep.
Who is going to win is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I think they keep this belts. I think you got a good thing going here. It's also, there's just not like a better option for big story. Yeah, so I think that's who. I think they're gonna retain the belts.
So the only scenario I could see where the champs lose the belts is if if they think Jade's ready to go solo and they're getting ready to break up the champs, and so there'll be a little blame game, like you were late to this, you were late to that. You know, we lost this match because of you. Like little hints at that, and then eventually they split up. Jade Cargill leaves her hanging, and then they get to have an awesome match against each other. Now that's the eventual plan. I don't think that plan's starting at Crown Jewel, but know that that's where it's going to go because that's where every tag team story goes eventually. They're doing it with DIY right now on SmackDown. So I agree with both you and our producer as well, who also picks Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair to retain. Make your money, invest with us. Dye and Prinze Investments. Here we go.
I like that. We should incorporate that.
Seth Rollins versus Jeff's favorite, Bronson Reed. Yes. Bronson Reed has flattened Seth Rollins and put him out of action for a while. That's how big and badass Bronson Reed is. He almost killed Braun Strowman. He's so big and bad. He's killed almost everybody.
Security had to come out.
The security did have to come out.
Leave Seth alone. Leave little Seth alone.
That's right. And then he almost killed security.
Yeah.
That's how serious this man is. And he's got a cool voice and an exotic accent. So who's going to win?
If they ever broke the storyline of that, how that would go over. I would love if they did that in the story where Bronson Reed's like, yeah, I'm just wrestling you. And then all of a sudden you have to have everyone come out from the back. You can't even just call it out. Just be like,
he totally should. You had to have Adam Pearce come and help you out. Baby. He had to bring 12 security guards out to protect you from me, Bronson Reed.
20 local wrestlers.
Sorry, that was my bad, Bronson Reed. All right. Our producer picks Seth freaking Rollins to win and end this rivalry before it even starts. Disrespectful, just dismissing Bronson Reed completely. What about you, Jeff?
I want Bronson Reed to win. I'm trying to decide if I go with my heart or my gut here. I just want Bronson Reed to win so bad, but I don't foresee them really.
Your heart makes you fall in love, and hearts get broken. Your gut lets you know when it's time to eat, and you should trust the gut.
All right, then I'm going to go with... Nope, fuck it. I'm going with the heart. I'm going with Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed wins.
The hopeless romantic.
Yeah, I think maybe they'll play on the broken Seth, because Seth is too big of a star to lose to Bronson Reed. But if you can kind of play the some kind of crap happened or he's injured, it's not really Seth Rollins at his best. So I'm going to go with Bronson Reed, which goes against Alex.
I want to go with you because... I think there's better long-term story here if Bronson does win, and I don't think this should happen. I will say this. I don't know if they take it more seriously than they used to, but I don't know how seriously the WWE takes the Saudi show, the Crown Jewel show. I feel like it's more a cash grab and they're out based on some of the pay-per-views. The last couple have been pretty solid and better matches and more consistent storytelling. I really want to see Bronson win, but unlike Jeff, I'm not going to. We won't be fooled again. I'm not going with my heart. I'm going with my gut.
Okay.
It's telling me I'm hungry, and it's telling me that Seth Rollins is going to win, and that'll get us to him and CM.
Okay.
Should have gone with Bronson Reed. I know you're going to be right on that.
I hope I'm right.
Next up, and I think we'll all pick the same guy on this one. Randy Orton, all near 300 pounds of perfection, versus Kevin Owens, you son of a bitch, you turncoat, you turn on all your friends, you bastard. Who's going to win, Jeff? Randy Orton, or I'll go first this time. I always make you go first. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. This is an easy one. I'll go first on the next one, too. I feel like if Kevin lost the match, what the hell was the beef for in the first place? Randy's been the champ 437 times. I don't think he's there to be their 500-time champion. He can take a loss. I think Kevin Owens gets the win. Our producer, Alex, agrees with me because he knows rightness when he hears it, and he says Kevin Owens as well. What do you say, sir?
I also think Kevin Owens will win. And that's my gut and my heart. I love Randy Orton, big Randy Orton fan. But I think that it makes it, like you said, the story pointless. So Kevin Owens wins is what I think.
You like Randy Orton even though he did the modified backbreaker to me?
Well, here's the thing. That was a long time ago, and you're allowed to make mistakes once. He didn't do it to you again, so it wasn't a pattern, So
you're using my own philosophies against me.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Bastard.
If he'd have done it more than once, I'd have said, leave Freddie alone. That's one of my favorite humans. But Randy did it once, and he learned his lesson,
Yeah, I'm sure he did. All right, we'll forgive and forget. That was dirty. That was a dirty trick, sir. Next up, the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. A belt that's actually larger than Liv Morgan. I don't see a world where she can win this match because it simply doesn't fit on her tiny persona. I don't see a world where she could fit it over her shoulder, let alone around her waist, because it's bigger than her entire upper half of her torso. I think the belt will look perfect around Nia Jax, the queen of the ring, Jeff.
That's your
What
prediction?
about you?
That's your prediction? You think
That's
Nia
my
wins?
prediction. I think Nia wins it.
Okay.
What about you, sir?
There is potential for Tiffany Stratton to come in and interfere. I'm going to go with my heart and my brain on this, and I think Liv Morgan wins that giant belt.
Jeff's got a chance to get some ground on the overall numbers here and really dominate the whole pay-per-view because you've gone against us on a couple.
Yeah.
Our producer also picks Nia Jax. The Men's Crown Jewel Championship, a belt that I'm not a big fan of, Jeff. I think it looks kind of like a video game belt or a belt that you would see at like a gamer convention, and whoever won the Street Fighter 2 contest, Street Fighter Ultra, Alpha, Super Hyper, whatever the newest one is, that's the belt that they get at the end of it.
Speaking of which, did you watch Sunday Night Football last night?
I did. Well, I watched it in the background while I was playing BattleTech. So I'm a jock
they
and a
gave
nerd.
some Sunday Night Football belts. Like they were like championship belts. They were the cheapest looking things I've ever seen.
No.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do the WWE ones?
It made
Those ones
no
are nice.
sense. The strap was like this, like thin. It looked like they had someone from like the art department, like make some championship belts to give to the players, because we're so used to seeing these really great belts. And even when like the Astros win the World Series and Triple H goes and gives them an Astros, it's always still pretty good quality. These were the cheapest,
super good,
crummiest belts I've ever seen in my life. So if anybody also noticed that, as the thought I'd
step your game up, 49ers. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Just go to WWE.com, not to give them a free promo, but you could just pick them up right there, man. Jesus.
Yeah, they look terrible.
Well, that sucks. Well, this belt doesn't look that great, but Cody Rhodes and Gunther are going to fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's going to be a position for Bloodline business to interfere in the match and F with Cody, because they're already preoccupied and doing their own thing. So I think this is a straight match. And as the quarterback of the company, as Gunther calls him, I don't see a scenario where Cody Rhodes can lose. And neither does our producer, because we both pick Cody Rhodes. Do you have the guts to go with Gunther? Hell no, you don't.
Yeah.
What say you?
It would be foolish for me to go against. I mean, Cody Rhodes. I don't see Cody Rhodes losing in a long time, and if it does, it's not at Crown Jewel. I think that would be shocking and weird. So I'm just going to go with my brain on this one. I think Cody Rhodes wins.
You guys make money with us every single pay-per-view. I know there's apps out there where you can bet pro wrestling now. I don't do them because that's kind of dirty and I'd probably go to jail. But we get a lot of stuff right. If you don't believe us, just check our track record. We really do. We're probably, I haven't done the numbers, but we got to be like 70%. Like, you guys got to trust us. You got to listen to us. If not us, trust Alex.
Alex definitely has been not 1,000, but he's batting up there.
But he's Barry Bonds, bro. He's batting.
Cheating.
He's batting.
Yeah.
Make money with us. Tune in every single week. The show's free, y'all. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy the time that we get to spend together because we enjoy it with you. On behalf of Jeff Dye, I'm Freddie Prinze Jr., and this was Unsanctioned Thursdays from Wrestling with Freddie. Peace.
We out.
This has been a production of iHeart's My Cultura Podcast Network. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.